All right, folks, welcome back from the weekend. You enjoyed the school camp last week, anybody? You had a good time. All right, folks, what we're doing for the next 90 minutes is a bit of a review of the school camp. And as usual, everything we do, we will reference the big questions to Bloom's taxonomy, which we have on the board here. And at times, I'll ask questions where I'm asking you to remember, like a database, at times to explain, understand, aha bubble, and at times maybe apply like a formula. But where we're really trying to go today is more to do the analyze, like a magnifying glass, and the scales of justice judging. So let's get straight into our purpose for today. Those are the goals. We do a bit of listing and awareness of what happened and some in-depth thinking, and an important part is group work today. So let's get into our very first activity. I'm going to ask you this. What were all the things that you actually did, all the aspects of our school camp? Now, to ask that question, which picture am I asking you to act like? Yeah. Remember. And what we're going to do is to use what's called a noisy round robin. So can I put a piece of paper on every table? Would you mind just helping me here? Now, we're going to use a group strategy called the round robin with a T chart. And the T chart you can see is here. Right? So you've got events and concepts. And I want you, when you're thinking about this, to have two groups. The one groups are things that you did, such as a ropes course. But I also want you to think more conceptually. Leadership concept, what's a leadership opportunity or overcoming fear? So can we start now? In about 60 seconds, I'm going to get you to swap the sheets. Off you go. Remembering what you did.
Games.
Right, nice and big. Yople. And yople, as you know, is French for pass the piece of paper. Rule number 1, you read what's there. First read. Rule number 2, come up with more ideas, but do not repeat what you've already said. Off you go.
Yeah, well, do you remember when we the skipping rope game?
Concepts, the ideas. Let's move on to the next activity now. So what you've done is you've remembered the things that we did in the camp. Now I want to take it a bit higher. Here's my next question. Read the question. When you look at that question, of all the things you've written, what was the most important or valuable to you as a pair or a 3? The scales of justice, you're making a judgment. You're saying that was a 10 out of 10 value. Right? Now, how are we going to do this? Now we know it's there. We're going to take a strategy from over here called the Elimination Draw. So you will get a piece of paper, and you're going to transfer things from that there, 4 events and 4 concepts, jumble them up. And this is like Wimbledon or the Australian Open. And you're going to say, canoeing was good for this reason, this reason, this reason. All right? You might talk about it. 1, 2, 3, 4 games were good for this reason. Therefore, I'm going to move canoeing up here. Then you're going to work on the next 2 and then so on till eventually you get there. Because you are acting like the scales of justice. So off we go. Coming up with as many ideas as possible. And we want to go to the end, the winner. Off you go.
Yeah, overcoming fear was good. And the communication as well, though. Canoeing. Yeah.
So what do you think, which one should go through? Do you reckon problem solving, because it's more of a life skill?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. Good job.
Yours over there? Overcoming fear.
Has to be canoeing.
Canoeing. There's a canoeing.
Oh, we got overcoming fear.
Overcoming fear.
Problem solving.
Problem solving. And teamwork. Okay. And those who thought canoeing was the most important thing, because there's a lot of metaphor of going through rapids and so on, uncharted waters and rivers, you'd be able to write a very persuasive one. Problem solving. Every part of life is problem solving, not just at school. And again, so pretty useful. And I don't think this world will ever survive without good teamwork. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's have a look at the next question. Discuss the school camp. 4 words. When I'm asking you to discuss something, can you have a quick discussion, 5 seconds yourself? Which picture am I asking you to act like? What level of Bloom's is that? Have a quick chat.
It's not understand. It could be applied.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
And yople, the answer is anybody.
Analyse?
Analyze. Why do you say that?
You have to analyse it to evaluate it properly.
Yes. So eventually you could evaluate, but good evaluation, as you say, depends on good analysis. What am I going to ask you to do now? I'm asking you to find the top 4 ideas. 2 of them are conceptual, 2 of them are events. And I want you to discuss the top 4 ideas. And what we're going to use is called the extended PCQ, the extended pros, cons, and questions. And this is what it looks like. For example, if I had ropes course, I could say, what is good about it? Pros, all right? Overcome fear. What was not so nice about it is I hate heights. Question, what if? I wonder, what if? Here we go. Should our teachers do it first next time? So if they do it, so they show us how to do the ropes course, it's just a question. You get the idea? But come up with 2 things and 2 ideas, and I would like you to do 1 or 2 in each segment. Off you go.
I liked that we had to use teamwork. There was,
Yeah, it's like partnership.
Yeah, partnership.
What would be the con? Get wet, cold.
Yeah.
And maybe could we have like more detailed instructions about how to do this activity?
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question. The next question says just a few words. How successful was the whole school camp? What picture, or which picture am I asking you to act like when I ask you to come to a conclusion there?
Evaluate.
That's right. You're judging it. So it is the scales of justice. So here's an extent barometer. How successful was school camp? Like a thermometer or barometer, if you absolutely loved a particular aspect, you'd say totally. For example, if you loved all this things to do with orienteering because you had the personal responsibility and you were working with cryptic clues and small team and it was the best, you would put it in that area, wouldn't you? And there might have been something that you absolutely hated, cleaning the toilets afterwards, who knows? And so look at that list, ladies and gentlemen, and start classifying from it was not successful to highly successful.
I think that, well, the whole camp overall was pretty good. Just maybe the next time the activities could be rostered a little bit better. So for orienteering, they kind of just gave us a map and a compass, and then that was it.
And I think a couple of people got lost.
Yeah, didn't we?
Yeah, it was wonderful. Camping was pretty cold, maybe.
Yeah,
warmer
but
sleeping
possibly,
bags?
would recommend warmer sleeping bags.
As you know, I was only the bus driver, but the 2 major teachers who organised that, Mr. Herbert and Mr. Alford, they were the organisers. Why, in what way would that sheet, that what you've just done, be very useful information for them? So, Ms. Howard, I wonder if you'll just come out here because you're helping to plan next year's meeting. So let's have some feedback to Ms. Howard. All right, let's be honest now, okay? She will take it.
I personally think the night games were positive in bringing us together, and it was relaxing after a day of canoeing and all the physical activities. It was nice to spend time with your friends.
That's good to hear. Thank you.
Comma, what else? Sir?
I think that next time maybe for all the activities we have better, like more instructor involvement. Because I know for archery they kind of showed us a little bit and then didn't really help us out much after that. And same for orienteering. They was basic, how to use a map, how to use a compass, but then after that they didn't stick around.
Was not enough instruction.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Ms. Howard?
I think included with the instructors, the teachers should be more involved in the activities with the students, and so that there's a bond, and then during the year, there's a better relationship between the teachers and the student.
Thank you. Comma, anybody else? Right. Well, thanks very much for that, folks. Right. We're going to do some reflection about this lesson now, as a summary. We're going to use the 3-2-1 RIQ. 3 R's stand for 3 things that you recall, remember. 2 I's, 2 times I, is 2 insights. And an insight is what implications were there about this lesson and what you did? What sort of affirmations did you get? Oh, I did that as well, I enjoyed that. And how was it relevant to your life? And then the most important part, in some way, right at the top, what question could you ask about yourself and this lesson? Off you go.
How important teamwork is with all the activities.
I thought the concepts were really important to include.
What did you recall about this lesson? Let's have some recalls. What stood out about this lesson for you?
I really enjoyed talking about camp and got to remember and reminisce how the moments we spent together.
What else did you recall about this lesson and about the camp, in other words?
How to analyse the different parts of the camp.
You're right. Questions. One question. What questions did you have for yourself? What questions did anybody ask? Yeah.
How does attitude affect all of these in general? Because I didn't really speak about attitude that much.
That's right. So, in fact, maybe at next year's camp we should talk about attitude, because attitude is everything, really. Okay, well, thanks for that. Well, folks, the bell's about to go, so we better start packing up. Thanks very much. Well done.